Hey guys, it's Mary Jo from Mary Jo's Creations. How y'all doing? Um, if you're new here, welcome. I like to crochet and I make my own patterns usually as I go. I get an idea in my head and I just figure it out. Um, if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. It is so nice of y'all to watch my videos and leave comments, and it really does help, and honestly, makes me feel better. I've been having a really rough time, and sometimes I don't want to make videos, but I just keep pushing, and sometimes it does make me feel better. So, anyway, I haven't crocheted much of this on camera. Um, Honestly, I was running out of memory for the last video today is Sunday. The next video is going up tomorrow. It's already uploaded. I just have to and it's scheduled, so it'll just go up tomorrow. And I was able to free up sorry. My allergies are out of control, y'all. I was able to free up some memory. So I'll give you what I've done so far. I split off for the second sleeve. I know I've showed this in a previous video. I don't know how much I showed though. So far, let me finish this row and then I'll show you what I have so far. So I am almost done with building up the body of the cardigan. If you haven't seen it or you don't remember, this cardigan is technically just one piece. I did the front panel and then I split it off and I started the back, and last night I split off for the second sleeve. For the front panel, sorry, for the front panel. So I had one panel done, like one side done. I split off yesterday. I finished the back and I started part of the front. So this is the second part, and I have, I believe, 9 rows left for this, for the body of the sweater, the cardigan. And then I'm going to connect the top. Once I do that, I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do next. Because if you haven't watched any of my other videos, or if you just don't remember, I got this yarn last year, and I only started it. This is actually a January whip, not a last year whip, but I wanted to get this done first because I still want to be able to wear it before I have to wait till next year. And I only had 4 of these. I tried to get another one, but I didn't find it. I wanted to get at least one more because I think that 5 might be enough to do what I want. But I wasn't able to get it, so I got 4 skeins. That is my 3rd skein. And I believe that I will have enough to finish the body of the sweater and do the sleeves. The thing is, I don't know if I'll have enough. I'm pretty sure I will not have enough to put a hood on it, which is what I wanted, but if I can't put the hood on it, then it is what it is, right? I will be just very happy if I can get the sleeves and the border done on it. And then the next one I make, I can always put a hood on it and make sure that I have more than enough. But I'm getting ahead of myself because, as you know, if you've been here and watched any of my videos, I am constantly like, especially when I'm designing and making it for the first time, it's really like by the seat of my pants. I might have made it a little too wide. I don't know. But honestly, I'm going to leave it. I do tend to make things, for some reason, big the first time I make them. It's funny because I watch other YouTubers, crocheters, and a lot of them, the first time they make it too small. I tend to make everything too big. But that's okay because, you know, I find it easier to, when I do it again, make it smaller than have to make it bigger. You know what I mean? So, oh God, this thing is getting so big. It's just hard to maneuver. It is really big. So, we are going to keep going and finish it, finish this front panel and connect the top and see what we've got. See how it's gonna kind of fit, and look and see how much of this skein we have left. If you know, I normally like to do the, what's that called? I don't know, because my brain is not functioning right. The trim before I do the sleeves. I just think it gives me a better indication of how the sleeves fall. And I don't know how much I'm going to need for the sleeves because this is all done in half double crochets. So I'm hoping that one skein will be enough for the sleeves, for both sleeves. I'm assuming that it might. Because I really want to finish it. And if I can't finish it, and if I don't have enough yarn, then, you know, I'm going to have to wait till I can find the yarn again and have money to buy the yarn. And I've been waiting to do this sweater for so long. I started in January, and then, you know, I was trying to finish up a bunch of things before, and then I wanted to make my birthday sweater for my birthday, and then I wanted to do the Valentine's Day challenge, and then I got really, really sick, and, you know, I've been wanting to do this cardigan for so long, and I had it started, and it just kept getting pushed back, and I'm just so, I just want to have it to wear it. Like, it's going to start to get warm soon, and I won't be able to wear it, and I really wanted to wear it. I'm really excited for this. I don't know if I made it too big. I don't think I did, but I don't know. And if I did, then, you know, I mean, I can always frog it, which I don't want to do. But I can always frog the back a little bit. But I don't know. I really don't want to do that. Because even if it's a little bit big, I kind of wanted it a little bit baggy, because if I can wear a sweater underneath, like a light sweater, that would be good. And that's why I wanted to make it a little bit wider, so that, you know, it would fit a light sweater comfortably underneath, like the one I just finished. If you haven't seen that video, you should go watch it. But, and I didn't count my rows. Hold on, let's see what we have and what we have left. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I think I'm on row 19. Yeah, because that should have been 110, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I should be on, wait, oh, for crap. Hold on. So that was 100, and that's 110, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so I'm on row 19. I need 24 rows of half double crochets, and then a row of single crochets. And then it'll be done. Now, I'm hoping that I can get these rows done and have yarn left over from this skein. I mean, I don't want to use a different yarn for the trim, and I'm just so tired of, like, I think I only had one sweater that I made, which was the pink one, for Valentine's Day, because I had a lot of pink for some reason, and I was able to make that pink sweater one solid color with the same exact yarn. Everything else has been, like, mismatched. Like, it drives me crazy when I try to make, you know, a garment one color, and I can't because I don't have enough. That's what happened with the scarf that turned into a cardigan, which I call my patchwork cardigan. The purple one with the different color purples and the gray sleeves, which I love so much, and I can't wait to make another one. But again, I would like to make it in a solid color. And this is crazy, because I think I buy enough yarn. I mean, this is what? 328 yards. And I got 4 skeins. I'm trying to do math. If I'm not mistaken, 3, 6, 12. 1,312 yards, am I right? I don't know. But I thought that was going to be enough. And I'm hoping that it might be enough for the actual cardigan. I'm 95% sure it will not be enough for a hood. And if I was going to add a hood, it needs to be added on before I do the trim. And I don't think that's going to happen. So when I make my next one, I'll put the hood on that one. But if I can have enough to at least finish these next few rows and, what do you call that? Connect them and still have a little bit of yarn left, that would be great. Because then I would have 328 yards for the sleeves. And I think that that is more than enough for both sleeves. I'm hoping. But I'm going to go finish this up. Like I said, this is row 19. So I have 4 more rows, because I'm almost done. I have 4 more rows of half double, and then 1 row of single crochet. And then we are going to attach the top. And then we're going to try it on and see, have somewhat of an idea of what it's going to look like. Because the trim around it was supposed to be kind of like a thick trim. And it is supposed to take buttons. But we will see what's going to happen. Because at this point, I have no idea. Which, honestly, might not surprise some of you. So, I'm going to finish this. And you know I always like to put a stitch marker, 1, 2, 3, 4, because especially with this yarn is a little, I don't recommend this yarn for beginners, because if you're not used to identifying your stitches, if you're not used to it yet, I know I wouldn't have used this yarn when I was starting. It's a very, I love the yarn, but it is hard to see your stitches. And, you know, as you work it, this first stitch always gets tighter. That's why a lot of times, and I realized this as I was learning, that a lot of times, the reason you miss that first stitch that you can't, even if you're a seasoned crocheter, sometimes you'll miss it because it gets tighter as it goes. You know what I'm saying? So it might get lost and get so tight. Because look, all I did was 4 stitches. And it was tight for me to see it. So I always recommend that you use a stitch marker when you're doing something, especially like this with rows, where you want to make sure that you keep your rows straight. Because I think, honestly, we have all been there where your project, you know, starts off like this and ends up like this. And for the most part, the reason is, like I said, as you go, especially if you're making a tight stitch like this, as you go, this stitch gets so tight. I don't know why, but it does. And it's hard to find the stitch sometimes. So, and I suggest that you use a weighted stitch marker. I made this one myself, and honestly, I am thinking about, in the future, making some to put up on my website. I used to make jewelry, so I have a lot of supplies, and see, I made this little bead for a necklace and I never used it. So I thought I'd make it a stitch marker. And these are good because they'll keep the stitch open. Even if your stitches get tighter as you go, especially when you're doing something like this, it'll keep that stitch open. And even if you know where it is, it gets tight to where sometimes it's hard to put the hook through. So if you use a stitch marker like that, especially, like I said, a weighted one, it'll be easier for you to stick your hook through the stitch. Because sometimes it's not always that you can't see the stitch, is that sometimes it's hard to get the hook into the stitch. You know what I mean? And again, I would not recommend this yarn for a beginner because most of it's so pretty, but it's hard sometimes to see your stitches, and I feel my stitches. So for the most part, I feel my stitches. I know where the hook has to go, but even I have to count sometimes, like I do. I count every so often, which I should be doing in the next row. I do count my stitches to make sure that I have the right amount of stitches, because you never know. That's just a, everybody thing. And I do like to, I know I don't see most people do it, but I do like to stretch my work as I go. It's just, I don't know why I do that, but I always do. Just to loosen the stitches. And that way you get a little bit more accurate look at, because you're giving it a little stretch, a little tug. But anyway, I am about to mark this row, because if I'm not mistaken, this is row 20. And look, okay, I'm going to show you right here. You see, I didn't put the stitch marker back, right? I hope you can see that. The stitch is right there, right? But it's kind of hard to see. And when you try to put, I didn't even do that on purpose. And when you try to put the hook in, it won't, it's hard to get it through the two loops that you need to get it through. So I suggest that, to make your life a little bit easier, you can always just add a stitch marker. And I normally like to do it on the second stitch. And even then, sometimes it's a little bit hard to get it in. But let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm marking every 10 rows, so that way it's easier for me to know where I am. And if I lose count, I know, just by the sections. So it just is easier for me to keep track of. So we are on row 121. I'm going to go finish these up real quick, and I'll be back when I'm done. Okay, so I just finished it. I was going to film it, but I forgot to turn the camera back on. I was just so into it. Now, what I have to do is attach the sleeves. But I want to pin them first like I did this. And I kind of want to try it on and see how it looks. And then I want to crochet it together. Now, I also got to see what's the inside and what's the outside. I haven't attached the yarn yet, and this is how much I have left, which is not a lot, but it might be enough to do the trim. I don't know, because the trim is just really going to be, I think, 4 rows of single crochet all the way around the entire cardigan. I think. I believe that's how I want to do it. So I'm going to crochet this, I'm going to try it on. Let's pin this together real quick. And then we can try it on together and see how it's looking. Which I have a feeling it's not going to look too good. But let's be honest, normally, you know, they never look kind of good when you're just, you know, first getting it together. But let's see. I was going, because I think I'm pinning it on the back. Yeah, because this is the front. So, this is the front. You know what? It'll lead into the sleeve. And maybe I can just start working the sleeve off of this skein. And not have to tie on a skein for the sleeve. And again, I kind of really didn't want to do the sleeves without doing the border, but that might be what we're doing. We might just be doing the sleeves. Before we do the border. And that's just how it might go. But I'm almost done pinning it together. I have to find a better way of, you know, like putting these. I have them all mixed together. And I did have them separate, but this room is very cluttered. I'm really not supposed to be working in here. The only reason I am is, again, because the rest of the house is freezing. And it's still like 60-something, like 40-something degrees, I think. 50-something. Alright, hold on. Okay. I actually do like the way it looks. It is a little bit loose, and once I put the border on it, but it's like, again, if it's a little bit baggy, that's okay, because I want to be able to wear, like, maybe a little sweater underneath, or a thin sweater like this one, which I am remaking in a different yarn, and I'm actually going to make it smaller. But I might have made it a little too big. It's not going to sit right until I close it. So I'm going to go and sorry, I'm a hot mess. I am a hot mess. I am just comfortable today because it's been very rough for me, and I'm just like trying to be as comfortable as possible. But, you know, like this, you're not really going to get an accurate look, but I do like the way it's coming out. So I am going to go and put this together. And then once I'm done doing that, I'm going to figure out about the sleeves. Because what I was thinking was crocheting this closed here and then starting the sleeve, right? To finish off this skein. This is all tangled. But then I'll have to wait to close off this sleeve with the next skein. Because I would like to, you know, go right into the sleeve with the remaining yarn instead of, you know, just seaming it together and then tying it off. I really don't want to do that. So what I might do is start the sleeve, seam one side together. It is backwards, yes. Seam one side together, I think. Yes. Okay, this is the inside. So I might just connect this here and then go right into the sleeve. And see how far the yarn goes. And check back with you then. I think that this will give me a good start on the sleeve. But hopefully we can have this finished by tomorrow. I don't know how much more of it I can get done by today. I'm thinking that I might get one sleeve done today and get the second, at least the second side connected and maybe the sleeve started. We'll find out, but I would really like to be able to get this finished by tomorrow, because this was going to be Tuesday's video. I'm just a mess, y'all. But I will be back in just a second for you, okay, guys? Hey, y'all. It's editing me. I thought I had a clip of me trying on the sweater, the cardigan, jacket, whatever it is, To me, it's more like a jacket than a cardigan, but we'll just call it a cardigan. My mossy cardigan. I thought I had a clip where I had connected it and made this part of the sleeve and tried it on, and it was huge. I thought I had showed that, but apparently I didn't. So the next clip you're going to see, I had already ripped the whole thing apart. It was way too long and way too big, and it wasn't sitting right. It wasn't fitting right. It looked bad. So I actually ripped it all the way back to the very first panel and shortened the first panel and then continued making it all over again. So what you're seeing from now on is the new, I believe the new, the way it is now. But I did have to literally rip the whole thing back down to the very first section before I cut off for the back. So, yeah, it was bad. It was so bad. But I'm sorry. I could have sworn I had it. Maybe I lost the footage. I don't know. I wasn't in the best mind space last week, so I'm sorry, but I hope you enjoy the rest of it. Okay, so I finally got to where I had to rip everything back because I was off by 2 stitches. So now, like, every other row, I'm counting just to make sure. But I'm doing pretty good progress. I believe it's more than halfway. Because I believe that we cut it off this time. Instead of, I think I had like 25 rows for the front panel. And I brought it down to 20. I believe I split it on the 21st row, I think. I don't know. No, I split it on the 20th row. So on 20, I split it. And I think my first row is, yeah. Okay, so anyway, I don't think that matters, but we already got the back, like, it's going. See, like, that much. And I believe that this time for the back, I'm gonna do, I don't know what it is. I think it, like, comes out to, I can't remember. I'm going to be measuring it too, but I eyeballed it, and I think that, yeah, because I split it on the 20th row. And, 20, 30, 40, 50. I think we're going to do 60 rows for the back, which is, at row 72, I think. So right now, we're on row 49. I think I just started, I'm about to start row 50, or I just started row 50. 1. Row 51. Wow. Okay, and everything is falling, and I'm trying to mark my rows. But what I really wanted to come on here and show you is This is my ball of yarn. And it was a lot bigger. But I ripped it back and I just made one giant ball of yarn. And I forgot to show it to you before. And I just wanted to show you. This is what I took apart. That's crazy. So now that I'm making it shorter, I have way less rows than what I did in the original one. And I'm pretty sure that now I will have enough to make the hood. And I'm really excited about that. So, I'm going to go work on this, and I'll give you an update as soon as I can. But, yeah, and I'm still working. It's a little bit late. I think it's like 10:30 or something. But I am going to keep working for a little bit longer. And I'll let you know where it goes. But hopefully by tomorrow, we can have, the whole panel done. And we can connect the shoulders so that we can see what it looks like. I'm hoping. But I'm just a hot mess today. I really am. I'm just a hot mess today. I can't. I'll be back for you in just a second. Okay, hey guys. Alright, so I finally, oh sorry, I got the back done, and I'm almost done with the last front panel. I don't want to pull out my yarn. There we go. Okay, so I've got this part almost done. I believe I am on row 82. I think I just started row 82. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, I started on row 81. So I'm doing row 81 now. And I have 10 more rows of half double crochets and then 1 row of single crochet. So I'm going to do that right now. And then I have to do the sleeves and I believe I am going to do a hood on this one. I thought I wasn't going to have enough because I had made it so wide, right? I honestly didn't think I was going to have enough to do the hood and the sleeves, but it was too big. So for my size, like I said, I'm going by a cardigan that I already had done that does fit me really well, that I like the way it fits, and all I have to do is some shaping to get the front. But I showed you the size of the ball. It's shrunk, but look how much I still have left. This is huge. I think I don't know where the knot is, because this was 3 balls, 3 skeins of yarn. That's how much I had used already. Because I had 4 skeins of this yarn, and I have 1 full skein left sitting over there that hasn't been used. It's, one second. It's right here. I had started using it, for the other sleeve. No, not for the sleeve. I started using it for, what do you call that? The outline, the border. but I had to take it all apart. So it wasn't attached to anything, right? Let me see if we can roll this up real quick. I hadn't used it for anything, right? I mean, Jesus, I hadn't attached it to the other skeins because I was just, what do you call that? I started it separately. So when I took it apart, it's by itself. So if I'm not mistaken, this ball here should give me, I think I don't know if I should do the sleeve first, or if I should do the hood first. I'll probably do the sleeve first and try to get it, you know, the right length. I normally do like to put the trim around it first, but I think I'm just going to do the sleeve. Because when I attach it, as soon as I'm done doing the front panel, and when I attach it, it's going to go straight into the sleeve if I'm not mistaken. So I can start doing the sleeve from there, and the sleeves don't take me very long. Because I think like within 30 minutes I had half a sleeve. But I had run out of yarn because that's how long it was. So I'm thinking that with this skein of yarn, I can most likely get the whole sleeve done. And then possibly, and I'm sure that I'll have enough to do the other sleeve. What I might also do is, instead of, what do you call that? Instead of, what I can do is start the hood, right? I'm trying to think, because I can't do the trim around the cardigan until I put the hood on. And I'm not putting the hood on as high as I did the last time. Because I mean as low. Because I started the hood, I think, like around here. I think I'm going to start the hood closer to the seam, the collar. Whatever. My brain's not working right. I haven't been feeling well all day. I have been sitting here working. My migraine is finally going away. I've had a very bad headache all day long. I was also feeling a little nauseous, but I think that's also because, like, I have to take vitamin D pills for the next couple of weeks. I've already been taking it, and every time I take it, I mean, like, it's getting less the more I take it, but especially like the first week that I took it, in the second week, it makes me very nauseous. So I did take that today, but I already had a headache. I've had a migraine for a couple of days now. It comes and goes. Like, it gets to the point where I can barely feel it, and then it comes back. So I haven't been feeling well all day, but I was crocheting. I just didn't want to film. I just wanted to come on here right now and let you know where I'm at. I'm going to keep going. If I start to feel a little bit better, then, you know, when I come back, maybe we can chat a little bit. But as of right now, I'm just going to go and work on this and see where it takes me. And I'm going to hopefully be done with this. I don't know. I'm thinking that I know that the body will be done today. And at least one sleeve should be done today. Right? I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do next. Because, like I said, I'm attaching this and I'm going down to make the sleeve. But I also do want to make the hood. And for some reason, I like to have the cardigan, like, I like to do the sleeves last. Because then I'll know exactly how it fits. Because, you know, before you put the trim on it, the border, whatever you want to call it. Because, again, I'm so sorry. My brain is just not functioning right now. I have to see. I have to decide what I want to do first. Do I want to put the sleeves on? I mean, you know, like, I do that with the hexie cardigans. I think I do the sleeves all the way and the cuff. But I don't know exactly how I want to do it. And right now, I don't have the capacity to figure that out right now. Right now, the most I've got at the moment is honestly just finishing this giant panel. And also, I don't know how much I'm going to use. I mean, obviously, I don't think I'm going to use much to finish the rest of this. Because, again, I only have, like, what, 10 rows, 11 rows left? Something like that. So, it's not like it's going to take up this whole ball of yarn. But I do want to see what I have left. Right? And, again, I think that I will definitely have enough to do the hood. But what I really want to do right now, my only main concern at the moment, is to finish this front panel. Well, the panel, because it's, you know, like, it's one giant panel. But my biggest concern right now is to just finish the panel and connect the tops. Now, obviously, one of them I'm going to go straight into the sleeve. And the other one, I can do one of two things, because I'm going to have to attach the yarn. So I can either go into the next sleeve, or I can do the hood and go, like, attach it and go the opposite way. And then, you know, figure out where I want to put the hood. So that's what I'm going to try and figure out as I'm doing this. And again, these rows don't take me very long. I think today I've worked on this for about, what, maybe, like, I don't know, 2.5 hours. And I did a lot. I think, like, I don't know, what did I do? Like, almost the entire back, like, yeah, I think, like, 20 rows or something like, I don't know. At the moment, I have no idea. But I think that I should be able to have this finished before I need to take a break. I also haven't been able to sit here for very long. Maybe like about an hour or so, and I've worked on it twice. So this is my third time working on it. So I'm pretty sure that, you know, like, I've been working on it for about 2 hours. And I've been on here for about 15 minutes now, and I'm already on my third row. I'll count when I get to the bottom of this one. I was talking, I didn't want to stop to count. So as soon as I get to the end of this row, not round, round is when you go in the round, row is when you go up and down. Okay, when I get to the end of this row, I will count to see exactly where I'm at. And I think I've done, like, what, 3 rows in the 15 minutes that we've been talking. So it doesn't take me very long, you know. It's just I haven't been feeling well. And so I haven't really also been going as fast as I, you know, do when I'm feeling okay, when I'm feeling better. But I don't think that's bad, you know. I think that I'm going at a decent pace. And I think the whole body of this cardigan took me about, what, 4 or 5 hours, give or take. And, you know, I did a lot of frogging. I took the whole thing apart the other day, or almost. And so, like, this is pretty good progress for, you know, just 2 days of work, because yesterday I didn't do much. I haven't been feeling well. And, you know, I did put up the video yesterday. I filmed a video, and I put up a video. I didn't crochet much, but I was able to get quite a bit done because, again, these rows are so short. They're, you know, they're not that long, and I can do quite a few of them in just a short period of time. And then I had a problem with my video yesterday because, you know, I don't know what happened. When I came here, I must have, like, turned my camera on the wrong way. And when I started filming, I was filming myself upside down. And because I did the video in just one shot, right? I didn't think I was going to have to edit because I didn't make any mistakes, or at least none that I was, you know, that I felt like I had to remove. 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we're on row 84, and we have to do 92. Sorry, I think I'm actually going to have to take a break because I feel a little dizzy. But that's okay. I'll be okay. I'm sorry. I know I'm saying a lot. It's just like my brain is like, not wanting to cooperate. And, you know, you just got to keep going. I'm trying to take it easy, but it is what it is, right? And, you know, I, even if I wanted to, I really can't take a nap because then I literally will be up all night. And I don't want to do that. So, we are going to probably do this one row and see how I feel. And then I will let you know the progress. Like I said, hopefully by the end of this evening, I will have most of it done. And as soon as I figure out exactly what I'm going to do next, I will let you know. So, I'll be right back. Promise. Hey, everybody. It's late. It is Thursday, the 28th. I got a lot of work done on the cardigan. I don't know what was the last bit that I filmed working on the cardigan, but I had a really bad headache. I did film a video earlier today, but I started feeling better a little while ago, but I've just been working on it and not filming because I just haven't, between the headache and the nausea. But anyway, here we go. I got this much done. The hood is done. I think it's looking good. I did do a decrease here, but I have to work on the hood, doing the hood a little bit better. My hair's stuck in it. Good thing it's mine. But I think this time it's much better than the last time. And I was able to get one sleeve on. Now, this sleeve did take me a little bit longer because I had to figure out, like, you know, I did the decreasing and I had to figure out how long to do the sleeve, right? So I had to stop every so often to check the length to see how long it was, and it took me a little while. It took me a long while, actually. I think it took me, like, in total about, you know, almost 3 hours to figure it out. Because, again, I haven't been feeling well, so I did as much as I could. Now, I started doing the trim around the cardigan. I still have the yarn attached because I stopped because I wanted to do a sleeve, right? This is how much I have left of that giant ball. Remember that giant ball that I just showed you? For you, it was just a while ago. For me, it was yesterday. But anyway, this is what I have left. And I believe that this is definitely going to be enough for the rest of the border. Now, I weighed the yarn. It's over there. I used the full skein that I had left. That one skein of the Premier yarn, the puzzle yarn that I had left. I used that skein to do the sleeve. And it took me almost half the skein. So I know that the other half is going to be enough. What's left of that skein is going to be enough to do the other sleeve. So what I might do tonight for a little while, I thought I was going to have this done by tonight, but, oh, I'm so sorry. That's not going to happen. It will get finished tomorrow, but definitely not tonight. This sleeve will definitely be faster tomorrow because I don't have to worry about counting and stopping and trying it on and counting and all of that. I just have to just keep going, and I know exactly, I have it all written down, so it's going to be a lot faster to do this sleeve. So tonight, right now, it is very late. I mean, not very late, but it's like 10 o'clock. And, I think I'm going to work on it for a little bit. Honestly, I don't know if y'all watch TV or what you like to watch, but I've been watching The Pit, and a brand new episode just came on, so I want to watch it. So most likely what I'm going to do is just work on this until, while I watch the episode, and then when it's done, I'm going to wind down to go to sleep, and hopefully this headache will go away. I might drink a little bit of coffee and take something else for my headache before I go to sleep. But I just wanted to let you know I'm working on this. Now, I think that I'm pretty sure that what's left on this ball is going to be enough to make the trim as wide as I want it, because it is going to have to be pretty wide. But if I am a little bit short, I'm pretty sure that there is going to be some left over from the last sleeve that I'm going to make. Because like I said, I weighed it, so there's a little bit over. And I think that's going to be enough. But we'll see. I'm very tired. But I'm going to go work on this. See, you get a better idea of how much I've done if you look at the bottom. Because the bottom, it's going this way. So I did about, 2 rows on the bottom? Yeah, I did about 2 rows. Well, actually, it's around because it goes around the entire cardigan. The hood all the way around to the other side and the bottom. So we are honestly just going to keep going until either I run out of yarn or if it's thick enough. Hopefully it will be thick enough and I will, be able to wear it soon. I'm not sure yet. I will be trying it on because it is like up to here, I think. So it doesn't close yet. That's why we have to make this band a lot wider. Once it gets to maybe like, this is the 3rd one I'm doing going around. Most likely on the 4th is when I will see what it looks like. And I am going to add buttons to this, definitely. So I'm going to want to see what it looks like so that way I can figure out how much more I have to do. And let's hope that we have enough yarn. But I will check back with you. I'll try and check back with you before I go to sleep. Or once, once the episode is over, before I put this down, to let you know how much I've done. But no promises, because I really am so tired. And I just, like, want to work on this mindlessly while I, watch my episode and then get ready for bed. Because I really do want to watch it now. Normally, I wait till the morning. I'm also watching, what is that called? Monarch Legends of the Monsters or something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. But it's like the Godzilla King Kong series on, I think it's Apple TV. I like monsters and, sci-fi and all that jazz. But I'm going to watch that tomorrow. But The Pit, I kind of really want to watch it tonight. Especially where it left off last week. So I'm going to go work on this. And I will try to remember to come back and before I go to sleep and let you know where I left off. Or maybe this is done. Who knows? I don't. I'll be back in a sec. Hey guys. It's the next day. It is Friday. I don't know. I don't even know what I showed you yesterday. How far I got. I haven't checked any of the footage. Sorry, I just haven't been feeling too well. But I've been crocheting and I'm almost done. I did do the, I'll show you. I finished all the way around with the yarn that I had left. And I have, out of that ball that I showed you yesterday, I have this much left, which isn't enough to go around. I would like to go around at least one more time in half doubles. And see, because the half doubles, the trim started right here on this green right here. So that's how much from here to here of the border that I have. But I wanted it to be a little wider. You can see better on the bottom. You see that? This whole corner here, that's where the border is, right? And, you could see right here. I would like to do it at least one more round of half doubles and one round of single, but I don't know what I'm going to have left, because as of right now, I can't even go around once in a single crochet. I am doing the last sleeve, which is the only thing I have left on this cardigan, and I'm almost done with the sleeve. I've been working on it all morning, but like I said, I haven't been feeling well, and so, I honestly didn't want to film. I'm sorry about that. But this is what I have so far. And right now I have to do 4 more rows in 32, and then I will do my last decrease, which will bring me to 28 stitches. And then I have to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rows to finish off the sleeves. And then I will be done with the cardigan. Hopefully, I will have, this is what I have left. It even fell off the skein, the label. This is all I have left. I know it'll be enough to finish the sleeve, but I don't know if it'll be enough to do anything extra, like to do the, sorry. Having my hair up is just making my headache worse. It won't, I know I have enough to do the sleeve, but I don't know if I have enough to do anything else. So what I really want to do right now is finish off this sleeve. And if I have a good amount left, then I will tie it on to the bottom and see if I can get at least like one row of single crochet just to tie it off. I did want to add buttons to it, right? I wanted to add buttons to this, but I didn't do any buttonholes because I was wanting to make this a little bit wider, right? Also, the hood, it's not as, like, out as I wanted it to be. That's why I also wanted to do another border. I did make the sides shorter, right? Remember? And I had to in order to make it fit right. But now I'm a little upset because I thought I would have enough. I thought I would be able to make it, like, wide enough to close fully. And you'll see what I mean when I try it on. But I don't know if I'm going to have enough to do that, right? So right now we're just playing it by ear. This is all I have of this yarn. Now, I did find loops and threads yarn in like it's almost like this darker green that's in here, like this darker shade of green, but I don't know if I want to mix it, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I want to mix the yarn, because this is Premier Puzzle, and it is a 5-weight. Hold on a second. Let me see something. Yeah, this is a bulky 5. So, you know, I don't really want to add the loops and threads to this, but I don't know. I don't know what to do. I do know that next time when I make one like this, I have to make sure that I have at least 5 skeins. I don't know if I want to make this in a 4-weight, like in a loops and threads. I might try to make one in that, but I'm going to go by measurement, and I want to make sure that I have at least 5 skeins, because this one is 328 yards. So if I do it in the loops and threads, I think that is like 380 yards, if I'm not mistaken. So if I can have 5 of those in one color, I think that'll be enough. Even though it's a little bit bulkier, which means it would work up a little bit. I'm still trying to figure that out. When you use a lighter yarn, it does come out smaller, right? So what we're going to do when we do it with the loops and threads is I want to make sure that I have at least 6 skeins of one color. just in case. And if I have 6 skeins of, or even 6 skeins of 2 colors together, right? And we can, you know, alternate. You know what I mean? And maybe we can do it, but with the 2 colors mixed. But I would need at least 3 skeins of each color. And that way, if I do use more than 4 skeins or 5 skeins, at least I know I'll have enough. At least, like, if the, let's say the 6 skeins, I mean, the 5 skeins aren't enough, at least I know I'll have an extra skein, even if I only need a little bit, right? So, I would like to do this again in a different, colorway of the puzzle yarn. I know there's a really beautiful black and white one, and there's a bunch of different colors, but I know that when I buy the yarn, I will have to buy at least 5 skeins, because this is 4 skeins. So if I have 5 skeins, at least I'll have a little bit left over, you know? And that's okay. I lost count. Hold on. I need to see where. Okay. This was, where's my last decrease? I'm sorry, guys. I'm really still not, I'm not doing good, but, you know, that doesn't stop me from doing what I have to do. So I've got 2 full rows. Okay, so I did that one and that one, and I'm on my 3rd row. Let me just mark my decrease rows so in case I get lost again, I know where to find it, right? So that's my last decrease row right here. And so 1, 2, so we're on the 3rd, because this is the only one that really matters, because I have to do one more decrease after this, right? So I'm going to finish this one. Now, the only good thing about this is that they're getting smaller, right? So hopefully I will have enough from this skein to, like I said, at least go around one more time in a half double and then in a single. What I would really like would be to go around twice in a half double and then a single. But I don't think that that's going to be possible. I'm lucky if I can have enough yarn left to go around once in a half double and then a single. The single won't take much yarn, right? So that I'm not worried about. But like I was saying before, I'm going to make sure that the next time I get this yarn, it will be, you know, at least 5 skeins if it's going to be the same size. If I need to make one that's bigger, I'm going to make sure I have at least 7 skeins. So that way, if I need more, I'm not in the situation I'm in right now. I rather have extra than not have enough, because even if I have extra, And like what I would like to do, because I do like this yarn and I like these colorways, what I would like to do is have like at least 3 or 4 different colorways. I know I like the black one. I can't remember any of the other ones right now. But I would like to have at least 3 or 4 in different colorways. And then if I have like extra left over, you know what I mean? I can do one that's like all different colorways put together, you know what I mean? And make like a scrappy one. And I think that would look really, really good. So I'm going to finish this sleeve up, and then once I'm done with the sleeve, I'll come back and show you how much yarn I have left and if I'm going to try and go around. I mean, what I was, you know, like, I don't know. I was thinking like if I really needed to, I could always do just a trim of single crochet with that other color, which I don't think would really matter much if it's just one row of single crochet. I think it would blend in, but I don't know. But I'll let you know as soon as I know. Like I said, I'm gonna go finish this up and I'll show you when I'm done, because this will be done today. Actually, this should be done within the next hour. It is 6 something right now, I think. I don't know, I can't see very well. But it is like after 6. So I want to get this done because I do have to step out for a few minutes. And honestly, I would like to wear it. I really would like to wear it. So I'm going to go work on this and try and be as quick as possible because I just finished this. So I'm going to need to count because I'm on my last decrease row. And then I need to make sure that I am, you know, I have the right amount. So I will come back in just a second. Alright, so I've done an extra 1, 2, 3. I'm on the 4th row. And I have, I think, 6 more to go. So, hopefully I will have enough. When it gets smaller like this, it gets a little bit harder to maneuver, I guess, because the sleeve is so tight. It's only 28 inches. I mean, 28 stitches. And so, and by this time, you know, the sweater is huge because it's completely done, right? So that's what it's looking like right now. That was my last increase. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I already did 4 more rows. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows left of half double crochets. And that's how much yarn I have left. So like I said, I know it's going to be enough for this. I don't think it's going to be enough for the trim. And that's a little disappointing, but I'll let you know when I get close. Hey everybody, I'm going to end the video here because it's way too long. I'm going to split it into 2 parts. Because at this moment, it's up to like 2.5 hours, and I'm not going to do a 2.5 hour video. So we're going to end it here, and part 2 will come out Wednesday on the 31st. I believe it is the 31st Wednesday. No? The 1st? I don't know. Who knows? I'm half crazy. But on Wednesday. Tuesday, I will have a different video that's going to come out. But I'm going to say, end it here. Thank y'all for watching. I hope you come back to watch the second part, because honestly, it came out gorgeous. I love the way it came out. I am so excited the way it came out. You have no idea. I honestly think that this is my favorite piece out of everything I've done so far. And if you've been watching, you know that that's saying something. But I'll see y'all in the next one. Thank you so much. And thank you all so much for my new subscribers. For everyone, really. But it's been such a ride this last week. Thank you. And I hope you come back to see the other half. Bye, guys.